Hey, did you know that one of these electric cars is secretly one of the best vehicles in Forza Horizon 6? And one of them is so slow it feels like the game is punishing you for buying it. So, I drove all 18 electric vehicles to find out which ones are worth your credits, which ones are complete memes, and which electric monster might be the most underrated car in the entire game. But before we jump into the rankings, there's one thing you need to understand. Electric cars do not feel like normal cars in this game. If you're coming from combustion engines, they can feel a little alien at first. No gear shifts, no engine note climbing through the revs, no displacement stat to brag about. Just instant torque from zero, and sometimes that is terrifying. And as someone who drives a real car, I'll say this, that instant torque feeling is real. A good EV doesn't accelerate like a normal car. It feels like someone grabbed the road and yanked it toward you. Forza captures that better than I expected, and the launch stats on some of these cars are honestly ridiculous. You'll also notice EVs get their own speedometer, showing regenerative braking and power mode instead of a traditional RPM gauge. It looks simply, but pay attention to it, because once races get longer, the way these cars deliver power really starts to matter. Most of these EVs are available on the auto show, some are Forza Edition, and for best deals check out the streets. They spawn randomly throughout the map. So, we start with the 2022 Honda E D-Class and it costs 30,000 credits. The Honda E is one of those real cars I respect. Rear wheel drive, 50-50 weight distribution, cameras instead of wing mirrors. Honda clearly put thought into this little city car. In D-Class, is it fast? Absolutely not, but it handles better than the numbers suggest. Out of 10 rating, speed is 3.2, handling is 4.6. This is a car for people who love cars, not necessarily people who love winning. Then we have this tiny legend, the Wuling, 5,000 credits, D-Class 100 PI, speed rating 2.1, launch 1.9. In real life, this thing is a sales monster, outselling Teslas in some markets. But in Forza, it is basically a shopping trolley with headlights. You buy it for the story. You do not race it unless you enjoy suffering. But for 5,000 credits, it is the cheapest EV in the game, and it will make you laugh every single time. Up next is the 2022 Ford F15, O Lightning, C-Class, and it costs 250,000 credits. An electric pickup truck sitting in C-Class already sounds like a joke, but the F150 Lightning is useful. That 8.3 off-road stat makes it great for XP board hunting, shortcuts, and general exploration. Do not bring it to a serious road race. Do bring it everywhere the map tries to stop you. And the next EV is the 2022 BMW iX xDrive 50 B-Class, and it costs 37,000 credits. The BMW iX is the sensible budget option in the mid-range EV category. At 37,000 credits, you get B-Class performance, solid AWD grip, and enough off-road ability to make it more versatile than it looks. Is it exciting? Not really. Is it useful? Definitely. Sometimes boring earns a garage slot. Up next is the 2023 Myers Manx 2.0 B-Class, and it costs 74,000 credits. Now, this is where things get interesting. The Manx is an electric beach buggy. Open top, lightweight, rear-wheel drive, and way more entertaining than it has any right to be. A 6.6 launch stat in B-Class is strong, and the 6.3 off-road rating means it can go places most B-Class cars cannot. This is the sleeper pick of the entire EV lineup. Most players will ignore it. Do not be most players. And then we have the 2022 GMC Hummer EV pickup A-Class, and it costs 95,000 credits. 1,000 horsepower in something that weighs roughly the same as a small building. The Hummer EV is absurd, but that is exactly why it works. With an 8.2 off-road rating, it is one of the best terrain smashers in the game. On-road, it is a novelty. Off-road, it is a bulldozer with a battery pack. Next is the 2021 Rivian R1T A-Class, 56,000 credits. The Rivian is the practical hero of the EV list. A WD, an 8.3 off-road rating, a 7.2 launch stat, and only 56,000 credits. That makes it one of the best value exploration cars in the entire game, not just among EVs. If you want one electric vehicle that can cross every biome in Japan without complaining, this is it. Now next is the 2021 Audi RS e-tron GT A-Class, and it costs 95,000 credits. This is where EVs start getting genuinely dangerous. Launch stat 9.4. Off the line, the RS e-tron GT is a weapon. It will not dominate on top speed. Speed is only 6. But in sprint events, tight launches, and races where the first 5 seconds matter, this car hits way harder than its price suggests. And we have the 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 5N A-Class, and it costs 22,000 credits. A WD, launch of 5.9. This is the best value EV in the entire game, and it is not even close. If you are new, building your garage, or just want a competitive A-Class electric car without draining your credits, start here. It is not the fastest EV, but it absolutely refuses to embarrass you. Next, the 2022 Hyundai Envision 74 A-Class, and it costs 325,000 credits. The Envision 74 is not just a car, it is a rolling concept poster. Hyundai built it as a tribute to the 1974 Pony Coupe, and in Forza, it feels different from almost every other EV here. Rear-wheel drive, a unique balance, and a shape that looks like it escaped from a retro future anime. With the best handling stat among A-Class EVs at 5.6, this is the enthusiast pick. Buy it because it has character. Up next is the 2020 Porsche Taycan Turbo S S1 class, and it costs 200,000 credits. The Taycan is Porsche's first electric car, and they absolutely understood the assignment. Launch 9.6, acceleration 8.5, a WD grip. This is the best S1 class EV in the game for circuit and road racing. In real life, the Taycan became the benchmark for electric performance sedans, and in Forza, that reputation holds up. Next is 2024 Lucid Air Sapphire S2 class, and it costs 240,000 credits. Its launch stat is 10, which is the maximum. The Lucid Air Sapphire leaves the line like it has been fired out of a railgun. Acceleration 9.1. In a straight line, this car is terrifying. It is not the most planted thing at high speed. Handling is only 5.4. But for drag races, highway pulls, and pure shock value, almost nothing at this price can touch it. And we have the 2020 Lotus Evija, and there is a Forza edition as well, S2 class, and it costs 427,000 credits. The Lotus Evija gets a drift skill bonus, which is hilarious when you remember this is an electric hypercar, but somehow it works. The rear-wheel drive setup gives it a loose, playful feel that most AWD EVs cannot match. It is the best drift EV in the game, and one of the few electric cars that feels properly mischievous. The 2021 Rimac Nevra R-Class 2,250,000 CR. The Rimac Nevra is the headline act. Speed 9, launch 9.2, acceleration 8.2. In raw performance terms, this is the fastest electric car in Forza Horizon 6. Highway races, sprint events, the Colossus. This is the one you bring when you want the road to disappear underneath you. In real life, the Nevera is famous for brutal EV acceleration, and Forza absolutely does it justice. This is the car you save your credits for. And then next is the 2022 Ford Supervan 4 R-Class, and it costs 2 million credits. And this is not just a van, not just any van, an R-Class electric racing van with launch and acceleration both rated 10. Maximum. This is a transit body stretched over full race car madness with more than 2,000 horsepower. It should not exist. It should not be this fast. And yet, it is one of the most entertaining vehicles in the entire game. If you want the comment section to wake up, show up in the Supervan. The last one is the 2022 Porsche Mission R R class and it costs 5 million credits. The most expensive EV in the game, 5 million credits. Handling 7.9. Braking 8.8. The Mission R is not here to be funny, it is here to win. This is a purpose-built electric race car and it drives like one. Planted, composed, sharp and serious. If you are a circuit racer with money to burn, this is the pinnacle of EV racing in FH6. 18 electric cars. Everything from the slowest little city box in the game to absolute hypercar insanity. And honestly, the EV lineup in Forza Horizon 6 is much more interesting than people give it credit for. There is a weird little corner here for every type of player. But as a real car owner, I'll be honest, nothing here fully replaces the feeling of a proper combustion engine. The instant torque is addictive, no question. But after a while, a lot of EVs start to blur together because they all deliver that same silent punch. The ones that really stand out are the ones with the personality. The Manx, the Supervan, the Envision 74, the Mission R. The rest are fast, but they do not all have a voice. Now drop it in the comments. Are you an EV player or are you still loyal to combustion? I want to see where everyone lands. I'm Unwind Gamer and I'll see you in the next one.